Gulp! William swallowed hard, his face unable to conceal his shock. He knew the Black Dragon Guard was powerful, but he never expected them to be this formidable. He had just exhausted himself battling Zhang Long and Zhao Hu for a long time, suffering serious injuries in the process. Yet, the moment the Black Dragon Guard arrived, they annihilated Zhang Long, Zhao Hu, and dozens of Red Fire Army soldiers in an instant. And most astonishingly, not a single casualty on their side. Had he not witnessed it with his own eyes, he would never have believed that the so-called elite Red Fire Army could be so helpless. Or rather, the Black Dragon Guard's strength far exceeded what any of them had imagined. Even the most ordinary member among them was strong enough to be a fearsome general in their own right. As for the squad leaders, their strength was undoubtedly above his own. A force composed of such warriors, their destructive power was simply unstoppable. General William, please have your men clean up the battlefield. I need to continue pursuing General Lewis. Shi Changning stepped forward and, after giving simple instructions, swiftly departed with the Black Dragon Guard. All that remained were the lifeless bodies and the stunned members of the law enforcement team. Every member of the law enforcement team was a warrior chosen from the best, each with formidable combat skills. They had seen countless battles where the few triumphed over the many. But after witnessing the Black Dragon Guard, they finally understood, even among elites, there were levels. If they were the best among 100, then the Black Dragon Guard was undoubtedly the best among 10,000. General William, so this is the Black Dragon Guard? Isn't this too terrifying? A member of the law enforcement team looked at the corpses of the Red Fire Army and couldn't help but exclaim in awe. Not long ago, they had fought the Red Fire Army on equal footing. But the moment the Black Dragon Guard stepped in, it turned into a complete slaughter. The difference in power was simply overwhelming. Out of hundreds of thousands of Black Dragon Army soldiers, only 100 or 200 were chosen. How could they not be terrifying? William took a deep breath, withdrew his gaze from the battlefield, and said with a hint of resignation, "Stop staring. This matter is no longer our concern. Let's clean up the mess." Now that the Black Dragon Guard was involved, the task of capturing General Lewis no longer fell to them. For the law enforcement team, tonight's mission had been a total failure. The hunt continued. By dawn, after an entire night of searching and pursuit, every Red Fire Army squad that had scattered in retreat had been captured. Not a single one escaped. At daybreak, inside the prince's mansion courtyard, under a blooming osmanthus tree, Prince Dorian sat alone, playing chess. Beside him, two maids held lanterns. Occasionally, golden osmanthus petals drifted down, carrying a faint fragrance. The atmosphere was serene and peaceful. Tap, 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 tap. Suddenly, the sound of hurried footsteps broke the silence. The two maids looked up and saw William leading his law enforcement team into the courtyard. They were escorting 3 high-ranking traitors from the Red Fire Army, all bound in heavy chains. "Your Highness! The Red Fire Army remnants who resisted have been executed, and all remaining fugitives have been captured. Here are 3 deputy generals from the Red Fire Army, awaiting your judgment." William knelt on one knee, raising his fists in a gesture of submission, his attitude respectful. Thorian didn't even lift his head. He simply continued studying the chessboard and asked in a calm voice, "Where is General Lewis?" "General Lewis and a few of his personal guards are still unaccounted for. General Shi is still pursuing them." After speaking, William lowered his head further and added, "I have failed in my duty. Please punish me, Your Highness, escaping capture even after being poisoned with 10 fragrant soft tendon powder? He is quite capable. I underestimated him. This isn't your fault. Rise." Thorian gently placed a white chess piece on the board, his expression unreadable. "I dare not. I am guilty." William remained kneeling, his head bowed low. In the military, there were strict laws. In a noble house, there were strict rules. No matter the reason, failing to capture General Lewis was still a dereliction of duty. He deserved punishment. "If you insist on being punished, go receive 50 strikes of the military rod," Thorian said indifferently. "Thank you for your Highness's mercy." William secretly let out a breath of relief. If he wasn't punished, he would feel uneasy. After the beating, at least his conscience would be clear. After you take your punishment, there's another task for you. Thorian suddenly spoke again. Please command me, Your Highness. William immediately lowered his head. I heard that General Lewis' mansion is extravagant, filled with treasures beyond count. Take some men, raid the entire estate. Arrest whoever needs to be arrested, imprison whoever needs to be imprisoned. Handle everything fairly, no favoritism. Thorian's voice was calm, but his words carried absolute authority. Understood. William acknowledged the order, then rose and left. Only then did Thorian finally stop playing chess and turn his gaze toward the three bound traitors before him. His voice remained indifferent. How long have you served General Lewis? The three men kept their heads lowered and said nothing. I will give you an opportunity to live. Whoever answers my questions first, I will spare their life. Thorian's face was emotionless. The three were stunned. Their eyes flickered with hesitation, uncertain whether to believe him. Does Your Highness truly mean this? The general on the left asked cautiously. Shut up! Are you planning to betray the general? The middle general scolded in a low voice. Before he could finish, a law enforcement officer slapped him several times across the face. The choice is before you. Believe it or not, that's up to you. Thorian took a sip of tea and said flatly. I have little patience. You have 10 breaths to decide. After 10 breaths, even if you wish to speak, I won't care to listen anymore.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart you'll always glow. I just can't